Looks like we're back up, but I don't know why that crashed.
Hi!
Hopefully the
Run and
chat
tell
is
your
still
viceroy!
working.
The day belongs to El Amigo! Yeah!
Yeah!
Okay, well, looks like everything's back up. My OBS crashed. Well done, all of you. I'd call this operation a resounding success. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Almigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where is due, Master Kemp. 'Twas Marshal Turpin who made this plan, and all of you, resistance and ally in sunlight, who carried it out to perfection. That they did. Not a single casualty, for which I am grateful beyond words. I've no doubt our karmas back at the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. It's been a pleasure, General. Until the next battle. Meaning Gil, I leave the Scions in your care. Yeah, it just randomly crashed on me, which I've been having problems with the OBS all night. Of it blacking out, like all my windows blacking out on me. We shall return to the cash room then. Logan, Mistress Levere, once more you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until the next battle. I heard the stories, but to actually see you in action, I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. Seriously though, it was inspirational. But you must be tired of hearing that. I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's get back to the Reach. Definitely looks like tonight's not going to help my viewer count rise though. You don't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what you were asked of you, without hesitation, and for that we owe you a debt. A victory may not count for much in practical terms, but its symbolic value can't be overestimated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to fight an Imperial unit equipped with Garlemald's newest weapons and smash them. The people will remember this day. Aye, that they will. for it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory. The beginning of a campaign by United Eurasia to drive the Garleans from our lands. Promise and platitudes mean naught without action. The Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. To think that the last time the Garlean troops trod this soil was more than a century ago, during the Ottoman War, and that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is long and bloody history, to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that despite our Arcanian's past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. Oh, did it not come back up for you? Well said, Commander, which is why I tend to go from village to village and spread word of our victory and our alliance. The people will flock to our banners, just as you wait and see. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I have it on a couple of computers and stuff here, and it came back up instantly. It's kind of cool. Honestly, probably a better shield. Owing to the efforts of all of you, we have accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your service, Scions. I see operations here at proceeding as pace in my absence. Welcome back, brother dearest. I take it your efforts to gather new recruits were successful. Indeed, there were several among the Scions ranks that were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavor with the Resistance, who I am to come to present. Commander Kemp, if I may, my name is Arvinald Lintis, a half-breed, as you can doubtless tell. I'm here to fight for the free Alamigo, for an Alamigo where women like my mother are never made to suffer. I pray you grant me this honor. Your true mercenary great abundance, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours freely take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks in the Ada-Rosian Alliance and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I will propose to General Aldine that we draw up plans for assault of Catherine Valdelmo. In the meantime, we will make what preparations we can. You working tomorrow, are you?
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Oriens and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges, save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near total casualties.
Near total? Go on.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work. The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
My lord,
Cowards, who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes. Why, when confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gyr Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my hounds. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan! You do forget yourself! Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelsar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
Thanks, Saphira. I appreciate it. Hopefully you've had a good day.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
Thank you for the follow, Pixel. How are you doing today? Right then, I've got duties to attend to. Maybe we could assist you with said duties. We are here to help, after all. The three of you have been busy, so I will understand if you require time to rest. If not, however, it would seem sensible to assist our allies with their preparations. Thanks for the follow, Dai. How are you doing today? We'll be grateful for any and all help you can offer. If you ask around, I guarantee you won't want work. I beg your pardon. The man who bested Gaius Van Balsar wishes to offer me his assistance. I say, this is highly irregular, though I have heard it said you have a penchant for aiding the common man, in which case, before the occupation I was humble as historian. While my duties leave me scarce time to aught else, I think it is important that these events be recorded for the benefit of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable, and I have mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters, ask them their motivations for taking up his cause, and so forth. You may take down their statements in this log, and, Logan, thank you for your service now and ever after. Boy, this one's way out of the way. Whatever. Has to be done. Why'd I join the Resistance? Well, if you must know, it was an avenge a friend of Imperial's butchered before my very eyes, back in Almigo. We owned a stall in the markets, and passing soldiers snatched up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, wanting to get a foam of steel in the gut of his troubles. For his troubles, I found my way here, and that was that. Arya, you gotta work tomorrow? I was just a cook before all this. Simple, fair, really. Had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. I took a liking to the fighters. They believed, you know, there's always a need for cooks, or at least people who can work with whatever the foraging parties turn up. Just so you're aware, I might actually do a stream for a good portion of tomorrow. Depends on how things go out. You want the help, do you? Seeing as I have no position to leave the stew pot unattended, could you go and ask Treeby for a variety of herbs, 6 big sprigs, or so of whatever he's got on hand should suffice. It's not haphazard as it may seem. Depending on the recipe, it doesn't really matter what sort you add, so long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back. It all depends if how the kids are feeling, if I will be doing a stream for a fair amount of the day or not tomorrow. Herbs, is it 6 sprigs of whatever on hand? Right, I can't spare that much. You'll take 2 and be glad of it. Alright, have a good stream. I'll at least stop by at some point. The remainder you'll have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother though. You'd be surprised what you can find growing underfoot even in the Reach. While you're at it, actually, go and give Red a shout out, and then see if you can give yourself a shout out. You might have to wait like a minute or so before you give yourself one, but try getting yourself one too. You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. Hey, look at that, you can give yourself a shout out. Sweet. I am a trainer and I was told to expect new recruits this day. A nary one has come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location. I do not know. They number 5 in all. These would be warriors. Send them on to me, should you chance to find them. Why indeed? To save lives perhaps, or make amends for once I couldn't. My father and brothers were worked to death while building in Castrium. What did it matter to the Guardians, eh? Or where that lot came from. After that, I couldn't keep on doing nothing. I know, I'm late, but I had to say a prayer for my sister first. After what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy. Pughawk. That's a good name. Aren't you the Ekin Slayer? Damned if I know why you'd be bothered asking someone like me why I joined the Resistance, but it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Ala Mhigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or not, and if you're with them, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship. If you live long enough, you'll die stealing someone else's land, like as not, but that's the choice. But me, I'd rather die here. Huh? Training? God, I was so busy practicing to impress the others that I completely forgot. Thank you. A thousand pardons. So preoccupied was I by the question of whether Ala Mhigo should be a monarchy or a republic that I neglected to attend my training. How silly. I know. Until we drive the Imperials from our lands, the question is moot. Politics. Talking politics. Worry about politics. Humbug. So I guess it politics. The teacher calls for me? I see. We were discussing strategies for disabling Magitech armor, you see, and... yes, of course, there is no time, if you would excuse me. Yeah, there you are. Got those herbs I asked for? Thanks, that'll do nicely. And, sorry to impose upon you, sir. Thought you were another new recruit. Didn't realize until after that you were, But to answer the question that probably on your mind, yes, it's always like this. Never enough food or supplies to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some of the cause. Though that comes at a cost too. Too many villages. Too many children deserving than us. More deserving than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we partake as we must, and never lose sight of the dream. Ding-a-ling-a-lingle. 67. Well, Matt Logan, have you spoken with the Freedom Fighters as I asked? Fascinating as they are varied, you have a knack for convincing others to bare their hearts to you. I could not have done better myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. You must never forget, my friend. Never. Where is this last one at? Must be hiding back here. Oh, Bug, you were sent by the snake, weren't you? heard 1 in 4 recruits don't live through the training. That can't be true, right? Oh bugger, oh bugger. Don't live through the training? What type of training is that? Jesus. All recruits are present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Strider. Not all appreciate the rigor with which I train my recruits. Some favor a gentler approach, as if the Imperials will be so kind. Tis a thankless job to teach someone to say, but I say their survival is the thanks enough. Fare you well. I really hope I don't have to talk to her again. That's a pain in the butt to read. Damn it all, where could it have got to? Oh, pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of the destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground, as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it? Aye, I'd be him. I had it in them this morning. That much I know for certain, and I've not left the reach since, so it's gotta be around here somewhere. If you got a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so I might be there. As for me, I'll look around near the officer's pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know, and I could just easily buy another, but even so, please help me find it. I swear, I've searched high and low, but it won't turn up. Seven Hells, that's one. That's the one. That's my lucky award. You're a godsend, brother. Before I was born, my mother made pilgrimages at the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many others, received the blessing of the monks. And then Theodoric came and burned it all to the ground. The mad bastard, and after him came the Garleans, who cared even less for our beliefs. But I still kept to our old ways, as do many others. And when my son is born, I'll teach him the stories of the sculpture as my mother taught me. And with that, another task is complete. Ah, Logan, I hear you've been keeping busy. Aye, that he has, and we thank him for it. It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute. As discussed, me and Nigo, I would have you present my proposal for assault at Catherine Venaria to General Aldine personally. Of course, sir. And you and yours plan to return to Catherine Orleans before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together? That seems like a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades before we depart. Very well, I will wait for you at the pass, but not too long. I suspect Krill and Yashala will wish to remain here to support the Kurdians, but nonetheless we should go and ask them. It's Autumn-miss? I see, that would explain the sudden flurry of activity outside. This joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Garleans. For the first time, the Resistance and Alliance should go on the offensive and attempt to capture Imperial outposts in occupied territory. Personally, I believe it is imperative that we offer them our full support as the case with Ishgard. However, this is not my choice to be made lightly, nor less on others' behalves. This is war, and every Scion must decide what part he or she will play. I'll fight for Almigo, for my father, for Yada. I'm in it till the end. The choice was made for us ere we were born, brother. When the Empire marched on Erosia, they will stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all. Van Balsar and Van Darens were but the first to try. Though your favor is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. At the risk of repeating myself, I am curious of the same mind. The present situation is unattainable, and further complicated by the existence of Illibrid's primal. I believe we had no recourse but to directly and openly intervene. I thought this a foregone conclusion given our actions thus far, but if you require a renewed affirmation, then yes, I still wholly commit to this cause. For it is ultimately the self-same cause I have served since first I pledged to serve Master Loiax in the circle of knowing the salvation of Erosia by any means necessary. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many here who require further treatment, and doubtless more to come after. I came from Meniflia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with Yashala for now and tend to the wounded. And as for you, Logan, you are, to quote our dear friend Lord Edmont, the man who slew Gaius Van Belzer and some half-dozen primals besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Many look at you a hero and heap great expectations upon your soldiers, but you, like every Scion, must decide for yourself. Indeed, as you had doubtless seen during your time in the outlying villages, their so-called mediocrity is but pretext to torture and enslave their lesser subjects. Such is the fate that awaits us all should their expansion continue unchecked. Take care, Yashala, Krill. And do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance, Lyse. I would ask you to remain here by Conrad's side. We should go to Abednego with leave without us. Might persuade you to join us, Logan. Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Catherine Orange would seem that place to do it. You need not answer right away. I'm sure I can convince Abednego to wait a little longer. So be accompanying us then? Full glad I am to hear it. All set? Excellent. Then let us be off. Welcome back, comrades. What news? Greetings, General. I come at Commander Kent's behest to brief you on the latest development at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Almegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new units, with more being trained as we speak. Good, I gather Conrad is eager to strike when the iron's hot. While the iron's hot. Just so, General. He proposed that we begin preparations for joint operations to capture Cassian Valdona. Capture Valdona? That will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are ever to push east towards the capital. There's no profit in delay. It is only a matter of time before the Guardians learn of our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kent's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Almegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Valdona watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has a weakness, and I would know this once. There's no objection, General. Might the Scions join Marshal Turpin? By all means, if that is all, let us be about it. A Castrium is less a military installation and more a supply depot, a storage and distribution facility for the surrounding area. That being the case, taking it will not only earn us a strategic foothold, but deprive our enemy of valuable resources. Okay, well. Conrad and the General are of one mind, it seems. I only wish I could say the same. While a aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end, what losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyways, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about his reconnaissance mission and see how he would like to proceed. Thank you for volunteering to join me. This should be a fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission, so long as we do not have ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. Come, our destination is beyond the east end, just north of Valdona. This ought to be close enough. Now we settle for a long watch. That said, it would be prudent to keep your weapons at the ready in the event a passing patrol stumbles upon us or worse. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go bathroom. Alright, here we go. Cutscenes.
Excellent. The disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father. Cannon fire! Where did it come from?
Smoke! There! Is that... Oh gods, it's Rhalga's Reach.
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
You don't think... Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
Too early to draw conclusions. We must abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
Forward! Forward! Give them no quarter!
You! Traitor! Kinslayer!
You're no kin of mine! Meffred! Help take you!
Well, well. Stand aside, Pylus. This one has promise.
Have a care, my lord. She's not like the others.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
Seven hells. It's him. It's Xenos.
The Viceroy? Oh, you are a dead man! Ah!
So spirited, and yet so empty. Ah, a magical barrier. Alas. It will not save you.
How? Yashoda!
Hold the line, Byrolga! Hold the line!
Kryl!
Alphino!
We saw the smoke and thought we heard explosions. Are we under attack?
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos. Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Confound it! If we lose the Reach, this will all have been for naught.
Arenvold, can you escort these people to the wall?
Aye, sir.
Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern.
If we can hold back the Imperials until Father sends reinforcements, we may yet turn the tide.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
Still around, Arya? Thank you.
What took you so long? Alpha, no, I need your help! My lord, the prisoners!
See to your men, Pylus.
As you command, my lord.
Your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
Ow!
Give me something to remember. Pathetic.
Seven hells.
Shall we give chase, General?
Nay. There has been enough death this day. See to the wounded.
Aye, sir.
You all right, lad?
Well enough. Next time he will
Aye.
pay.
I do not doubt it.
Don't you die on me, Ashola! Hold on! Don't worry, it's going to be all right. Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
Understood.
Don't just stand there gawping. Hold her down while I work. The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
Give us a hand, would you, Lise? Of course. I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
You did well, Logan. You saved lives. No matter what happens, remember that. Now then, let's do what we can for the wounded. Every minute counts. See to the wounded, Logan. If they live, help them. If not, move on. Goddamn, Manfred. Weren't you the one telling me to use my head and stay alive? He lies motionless, having breathed his last. Clenched in his fist is a small charm, which you take for safekeeping. He has already called when I got to him. There was naught I could do. That charm must have been important. You best take it to Conrad. Meningo? Minford? Where are you? This is it? This is? He's dead, isn't he? Manfred was a warrior, always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chase him 9 on 20 Malms, so his wounded would have time to escape. His comrades loved him for it, of course, though it only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men to Quarry Mill away because he thought they were fighting for him, and not the cause? Aye, well, he did. The only thing he was willing to risk was his own, you see. But exactly the kind of man who should be a leader, the kind of man who deserves to survive, not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Kemp. There never is. Who stands, who falls, in the heat of battle, we can but do our best, as he did. We're afraid will be sorely missed, aye, but because of his sacrifice, many now live who otherwise would not, and they need us now more than ever. Aye, that they do. Forgive me, I had high hopes for him. It was no near thing. It was a humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. But we cannot afford to dwell on our failure. As Alphonse said, it is those who survived who we must think of now. Rhaegar Reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return at any time to finish what they've begun. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castle Arms will need to be taken by Chochobo carriage. Agreed? Good. I shall oversee preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, I would have you score the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey. Forgive me, but it is imperative that I continue preparation medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask you seek it elsewhere. Oh, I see. In that case, you are free to search the barber and take whichever you require. We would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. Corporal Hunt, Marshal Tuppen said you might have something for me. Well be praised, this should be put the driver's hearts at ease. Tell the Vice Marshal we await his orders. Michelle and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by her side the entire time. Thank you, Krill. I'll walk us alongside. They need protection in case the Guardians try anything. Hang on. You're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of the carriages? I am not so frail that I cannot make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish, then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrades' health allows. To Castor and Oriens. saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains our force is decimated. In this state, we will not be mounting an assault on Castle and Valdarin anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects, but first we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you at Castle Oriens. Understood. We will go and speak with General Alden. Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned straight-away to Specula and Periochus after quitting this place. To have seen he has lost interest in us. Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so. And where you kill or capture your enemy, you don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool will turn his back and walk away. But Xenos is no fool. Whatever his motive, there is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. The rest will fall back to Castor and Oriens. We can discuss our path forward there. So, I'm thinking I might call it there. Getting tired. There is a chance I might be on for quite a while tomorrow. I actually took tomorrow off, and depending on how the kids are feeling, I'll either have all day by myself or I'll be dealing with one, if not both of them. Oh no, that's a problem. I was wondering why he hadn't started up yet. Let's see. Well, if it's not running, I wouldn't start it, your stream, just because you don't want to start up with nothing going on or anything like that, you know? I'll be on at some point tomorrow. Just how long will I be on? Yeah, I'll go ahead and just raid ya here. Alright, Arya, have a good night.